stat is brought to you by Walgreens. We look at the Big Ten standings. Top 6 right now, from Purdue on down to Michigan State, are all in Mike DeCourcy's bracket as of Tuesday. The question becomes, can the Big Ten get more than 6 into the NCAA tourney? Obviously need all those 6 to get in, but then Iowa, Minnesota, Rutgers among the teams trying to work their way into being contenders. I do think it's fair to say right now, Andy, like none of these teams are in. I mean, you go to all, the bracket matrix, there's not a single bracket out there that has any of these teams in. So they all have work to do. We were talking with Tony Perkins about Iowa. I think Iowa's a really interesting case because a week ago they had 0 quad 1 wins. They've won 2 games, but now they have 3 quad 1 wins because the Minnesota game has become a quad 1 win for them as well. So you've got 3 games now that are quad 1 victories, and you've got a bunch of quad 1 opportunities left. So if they continue to play well down the stretch here, I do not think it is crazy to believe that they could find their way in.
Yeah, it's been a revolving door of this 7th team. One thing I want to point out, don't only compare Iowa, Rutgers, Minnesota. If you're going to look at this, look at Xavier, which just lost to Providence, Colorado and Utah, which are struggling. K-State is, going down. Pitt lost to Wake. Those are the schools they're in competition with right now. So just that's out there. I agree with you. Iowa has maybe the best schedule to earn a bid.
Right.
2 Illinois games, at Penn State and at Maryland. Northwestern, excuse me.
Yeah.
At Northwestern. You can read my own handwriting. So they have opportunities right off the bat. And it's not just quad 1. They look at combined quad 1, quad 2.
Right.
They are 8 and 10, which is a really good percentage in those 2 quadrants, which I think will help them.
And then I think you just look at them and you say, like, with the way they can score, like, it's not at all unreasonable to think, could they go out and win some of those games? I mean, they're a team that when they are clicking, they are absolutely the team that has the look of an NCAA tourney team, and it feels like they're peaking at the right time. Okay, what about Rutgers? They have 3 quad 1 wins. The metrics do not like them at all, and that is a function of the offensive issues. As we talked about, efficiency numbers are a part of this now, and Rutgers, as great as they are defensively, have not been very good offensively. But what about in terms of the opportunities in front of them?
Yeah, so real quickly, 3-9 quad 1, 3-1 quad 2, so 6 and 10 in the combined quads, not as good a percentage. Opportunity starts tonight at Purdue. They're also at Nebraska, at Wisconsin, home, Maryland, Michigan, Ohio State. I said it, you got to go 5-2 in their final 7. They lost the first one of those 7 at Minnesota. So now you've got 6 games to work with. See what happens.
And remember, they showed up in Mike DeCourcy's next 4 out last Friday. So they were among the first 8 teams out of the tournament. So not a crazy stretch. Again, they're not in anyone's bracket, but they're at least in the discussion. Finally, Minnesota. Again, that's another team that I look at and I watch them play, and I think it's not so you don't have to squint to see them as an NCAA tournament team. The issue, though, for them is just 1 quad 1 win.
But they got a lot of quad 2, 5, so they're 6 and 8. They have opportunities. See what happens. They've got at home Ohio State tonight, Penn State, Indiana. You got to win all 3 of those. All 3. So now you look at the road. At Nebraska, at Illinois, at Northwestern. Those are all teams in the field. What if you beat 2 of them?
Right.
Those are teams in the field.
Yeah.
So they have opportunities. That's the beauty of being in this conference. It's only going to get better with 18 teams. Down the stretch, these Big Ten teams have opportunities that other leagues around the country don't have as many.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think what's really interesting about these teams, and again, they don't have the resume for it right now.
Yet.
But I just don't think it's unreasonable with any of them to think that they could get it done.
Yes.
All 3 of them are good teams.
And on Thursday and Friday in the Big Ten tournament, they're going to get a quality win.
Yeah, good point. Okay, good stuff. What do you say we do this again tomorrow?
I'll be here.
You up for that? All right. We will see you tomorrow on Big Ten Today.